The fool is one of the most captivating and paradoxical figures in spiritual tradition. He appears throughout history in myths, scriptures, and esoteric teachings, misunderstood by the world, yet carrying a wisdom deeper than reason itself. We celebrate folly in stories, in art, and sometimes even in ourselves, for it is the fool who reminds us of life's mysteries, its absurdities, and its infinite potential. The fool is one of the most enigmatic, timeless, and profound archetypes in the journey of the soul. Throughout history, mystics, sages, and seekers have embraced the fool as the symbol of divine ignorance, holy madness, and the first step toward enlightenment. In the tarot, the fool is neither bound nor restrained by the world's expectations. He steps forward into the unknown, guided by an inner force beyond rational comprehension. His journey is one of transformation, one that mirrors the soul's path through the Hermetic, Kabbalistic, and esoteric traditions. Many of us suffer from the absence of this archetype in our lives. We become prisoners of rigidity, conforming to the expectations of society, which exalts intellect over intuition, structure over spontaneity. As the Apostle Paul reminds us in 2 Corinthians 3:6, "The letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life." To live without the fool is to live without the breath of divine inspiration. In Kabbalistic thought, the fool aligns with the first step in the descent of the soul, the leap from the infinite Ein Sof into the structure of existence. The fool is unnumbered, or numbered as zero, embodying both the infinite potential of the unmanifest and the unshaped chaos that precedes form. He is the cosmic traveler, the wanderer who sets forth on the journey of the tree of life, descending from Keter, the crown, towards manifestation in Malkuth, the kingdom. The wisdom of the fool is paradoxical. To the world, he appears ignorant, yet he is the one closest to truth. In Hermetic philosophy, we find echoes of this in the Corpus Hermeticum. He who thinks he knows nothing, but he who knows he knows nothing, knows all. Like the wind that stirs the waters of the abyss, the fool is the breath of divine creation, always moving, always changing. The word fool is rooted in ancient languages that signify wind, emptiness, and divine breath. In Latin, follis refers to bellows, an instrument that breathes life into fire. Thus, the fool is the force that fuels transformation, the breath that ignites the soul's journey. In the Kabbalistic tradition, Ruach, the breath of God, animates the soul, just as the fool breathes life into the arcane mysteries. Throughout history, philosophers, mystics, and poets have grappled with the fool's duality. The fool is at once naive and wise, ignorant and enlightened. He is the sacred child, the innocent, who, through seeming folly, perceives truths hidden from the so-called wise. The journey of the fool mirrors the alchemical transformation of the self. In Hermeticism, alchemists sought the philosopher's stone, the substance that could transmute base metals into gold. But this was never about mere physical transformation. Rather, it was the process of turning the base self into the divine self. The fool's journey is the beginning of this transmutation, a leap into the great work. In Kabbalah, the fool is the hidden bridge between Chokmah, wisdom, and Bina, understanding. He leaps between worlds, embodying the moment before form solidifies. In tarot, he is depicted standing on the edge of a precipice, his eyes lifted to the heavens, unaware that he might fall, or perhaps knowing full well, yet embracing the fall as a necessary initiation. Many sacred traditions recognize the holy fool, one who appears mad to society, but is actually the vessel of divine wisdom. In the Gnostic Gospel of Thomas, Christ himself declares, "He who seeks will find, and when he finds, he will be disturbed." The fool embodies this disturbance. He unsettles, questions, and challenges, not out of malice, but because he sees beyond the illusion of the world. The trickster gods of myth, Hermes, Thoth, Loki, share aspects of the fool's nature. They disrupt, they provoke, they upend stagnant structures, yet within their chaos lies renewal. As Confucius once said, the beginning of wisdom is to call things by their true names, and the fool, with his laughter and paradox, calls forth the hidden truth in ways the wise dare not. The fool is not merely a wanderer, he is a challenger. He forces us to ask, where in our lives do we resist the unknown? What cliff do we refuse to leap from out of fear? The Tarot teaches that the fool's step is not one of recklessness, but of trust. Trust in the unseen, in the unfolding of destiny, in the whisper of the divine.